Okay. So this weekend, you already had one, Psychic Games. We'll be doing a variety of different psychic activities. We'll be, we're going to be doing an exercise tonight, right now, and then you're going to do a check-in on it, which will give you a bit of an aha moment for you as to what's really happening, what has emerged within you, and acknowledging that, and being willing to really own it. We're going to talk about attachments tomorrow, and how. Just a show of hands, did everybody listen to the audios? Does everybody listen to those audios for the chakras? I don't really want to redo a lot of information. I mean, you had four audios on there for the chakras. If you haven't listened to them, listen to them. That's, those are unbelievable lectures. I listened to them, I was like, wow, I put a lot of shit in there. There's like there's the whole chakra lecture, and then there's the excess and deficiency lecture, and please listen to those. What I'd like to do is how do the chakras, how are they applicable? 6 and 7. Your attachments, your addictions, your upper chakra ways that your brain gets you in trouble. That's much more important for you to recognize. You need to know all the information about the chakras, but you need to know how you trip yourself up. How do you use vows in your life to stop you from changing? See, at first you put vows in your life to keep life under control, but pretty soon your vows kept you jailed. And your attachment to things staying the same and making up every day and making sure the world is the same as it was yesterday is actually the worst thing you can do to a soul whose job is to be infinite and transformative and changing and growing every day. So we're going to work with attachments. Chakra 6 and 7 will be part of that. We'll be talking a little bit about Eckhart Tolle. I'll probably mix him in throughout the weekend, and we'll probably pick one topic. But basically, that's just a kick-ass book. We're going to be doing your first intentional healing. Next year, all the healings are intentional. And we'll talk about what an intentional healing is. An intentional healing takes you from being able to manage your energy field. And if you've been practicing your healings, all this year's healings are teaching you how to do is to manage your energy field. Now, for some of you, you don't need to manage your energy field because you're going to be a table healer. You need to manage your energy field because if you don't know how to manage your energy field, you don't know how to be in a relationship with somebody. Because managing your energy field means feeling what I'm feeling, who I am, what I'm actually happening right now, and I don't want to lie about it. I don't want to pretend I'm not. I don't want to be in denial. So healing work for half of you, or more than half of you that aren't going to be table healers, is about being totally present. This is a presence machine. And when you're present in this, it tells you everything you need to know as to what to do. How to act, what you're called to, how do you feel? So the healing work and the life purpose healing work is when you get to be all that and hold that energy, and rather than send energy, you just hold a mirror that they reflect back to. And you start calling their power out rather than putting energy in. So in the second year, we teach you how to do all the healings intentionally. So you have to hold it in you before they can get anything. So that's why these are more advanced healings. In the third year, you have to hold all the chakras, totally you, and your core quality. So you have to hold all three. So that's why these are progressively. But ultimately, remember, isn't that what you want to do in your life? If I'm standing up here right now and I'm just in my chakras, I'm being totally jerked around by what I need and what I don't need and what I should be doing, what I shouldn't be doing, okay? But when I have all my chakras, which have all those needs, but I also have a really strong life purpose line, and I know my purpose is to convey this passion I have for this work, and then my soul is just going, yeah. And just loving the fact that one of my major elements within me, one of my major archetypes is teacher archetype and mad scientist. And I get to be both things at the same time. You don't want just one element of me. You want all three. And so we teach you slowly to discipline your energy system so that whenever you stand up in front of people, whenever you decide what you want in your life, you don't bring half yourself there. You don't bring 2 chakras. You bring all 12 energy centers, totally cooking, totally vibrating, and you stand up for yourself and you hold your space in the world. We're also doing, and I don't know, nobody would have done this with me before, the Temple of Light. There are 2 things I do really well in the world. One is I make the best smoked salmon in the world. I mean, I'm not kidding. I love smoked salmon. I make the best smoked salmon in the world, bar none. Bar none. I have a recipe that is to die for. The other thing I do, which I was taught by my spirit guides, is a Temple of Light. And we will do this. I do this at the end of the year, every Sunday morning from 9 to 9:30. We'll be doing a half an hour silent meditation. You will need to be here at 9 o'clock or you're going to have to sit outside. Okay? Once the door closes at 9 o'clock, it'll be 5 after 9, we'll let everybody in. We're closed. And then we'll be doing the Temple of Light. It is the coolest thing in the world. Light actually has substance. It is the most amazing. It's one of the funnest things I do. And it's not something, it is one of the greatest gifts I can give you. And that's why I wait and I give it to you when you're ready. The end of each year, chakra 6 and 7, when you're ready to have a realization, you're ready to sit in the light. You're ready to realize and feel the difference between chakra 5 down and chakra 6 up. Chakra 6 up is a world that you cannot fathom. It's no time, no space. It is just amazing. So, and that's one of our, we'll be doing that Sunday morning. Do not miss that.
We will back you up.
We'll be doing a profile overview, and by the way, we didn't, because I was overwhelmed. I got to tell you, I was overwhelmed by 40 charismatic leaders in here at the last class, trying to just weed through whether they were actually charismatic leaders. So since we know you're all charismatic leaders now, we are going to honor the charismatic leaders with a little bit more time, and we'll talk about the charismatic leader a little bit more. I felt like by the time we figured out who you all were, I was exhausted. So I was just like, you're already tiring me out. So anyway, we'll be doing a little bit of that, but we'll be doing a profile overview to remind you of how amazing people are and how important each one of you are. Even though we have most of you are charismatic leaders in here, you also have all the profiles within you. Next year, we really work a lot with you on your secondary profile, because it really impacts the choices you make in your primary. And then we'll do a year 2 discussion. Okay, so that's the weekend. So yes.
So in other years, has there been more of an even mix of the profiles?
Every year is different. Generally, and this is true, I think, in society as a whole. There are more charismatic leaders on the planet than there are any other profile, because we are a warring world. They come here because to deal with warriors, to deal with unconscious warriors, we're going to need warriors of light. And so they're incarnating here. They're coming in. They keep reincarnating and working with that energy, because the Earth is not a very friendly place. Did we do no, we didn't do the Michael Newton work this year. It comes next year. In Michael Newton's work, it's a great, they do life between lives, soul work, and one of the statements in there is they said, well, oh, you mean souls incarnated on other planets? Well, and they said, yeah, some planets are challenging physically and some planets are challenging mentally. Earth is both. And so it takes a tough soul. If you're showing up on planet Earth, you're a tough soul to begin with. And you didn't sign up for the easy show. Okay? You didn't sign up for the matinee. You signed up to get your ass kicked and to really make some tough choices, both physically and mentally. Because these bodies, I mean, just look at us. You know, when you compare us to the other animals, a cheetah or a lion or something, it's like our bodies, we are pathetic. And we have all these big ideas and have no way to accomplish them without like getting other people involved, which we can't stand. It's like we don't like other people, but we don't have the power to do it ourselves. So we have to learn all these lessons that are essential for why we're here on planet Earth. We have to learn what we are capable of, and we have to do it with people. There's no other way to do it. And so it's really important for you to honor that there's no way you can do this work without these people in this room. You've all tried. I tried for years to figure it all out myself, and I got nowhere. I was a really smart guy that wasn't really changing anything in my life. I just thought I was. To really change, you have to have people who are willing to cheerlead your core quality. And for someone to know your core quality, they're going to have watched you emerge. They're going to have seen us call out that core quality within you. Stand up in your lineup. Do these things. Allow yourself to be seen and heard and understood. And then realize that that's what you need when you're about to do something challenging, like try something new, or step out of a relationship, or step into a business, or do something. You don't need a coach that says, yes, that's exactly how you do it, and you put this money here, and you do this like this, and this is how it'll work. You'll get in there, and you still won't know what's going on. You'll still be, oh, I don't know. But when you call a classmate, you call a friend, and they say, I'm so proud of you. And they are. Because you know they love you. They know they love you. And they know how hard it was for you to make that choice. That's when you have the power to step into the unknown. You need people to support you in that. Your brain is incapable of doing it. It's a defensive mechanism. It's not designed to love you. It's designed to protect you. Other people can love you. They can teach you how to do that. So let's go to our exercise.